Hi, welcome to BlindOwl Outdoors. We hope you enjoy our channel, and if possible, could you please join our Patreon page? We really need your help. It's been a long, hard road. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to BlindOwl Outdoors. Well, I've got the swimming pool garden full as I'm going to get it. I ran out of dirt and manure. That's about right anyway. It's going to sink down now. I would say they're probably going to sink down at least a foot over the next couple of months as the grass and stuff starts to break down underneath it. Right now the dirt's just like on a mattress. It's just kind of real springy. I just put in an hour here between 12 and 1 o'clock, and I got my last wheelbarrow load up here. Now I need to water this one more time. Sorry, I'm putting out my tripod legs here. There we go, the sky. So I need to water this. Okay, now I need to water this dirt in. I soaked down the last layers of grass down really good until they were just pouring out the hole in the bottom. I was lucky in town, the one place where I always buy all my seeds at, he didn't have any carrot seeds, which I didn't doubt because I never seen them there, I never noticed them. But I walked through the grocery store and they had a little stand of some kind of weird stumpy little carrots, and so I bought that. Then I walked around the outside of the mall, and there's 4 or 5 feed stores there, and one happened to have carrot seeds, so I bought a package of those too. Now, in a package of seeds is enough for 20 of these little areas like this. But what I'll do tonight is, you know, this is pretty well watered down, it will be. I'll hit this one more time tonight, probably after dark. And then I'll soak the seeds. I'll do that right now until I get done with this in a cloth. I'm using half of a pillowcase, and then for carrots, when I did the other ones, I did the one half of the pillowcase, folded it in half, then put the seeds on it, folded it over, then I wetted down the other half of the pillowcase, put that on top of them too, and wetted that down so they stayed nice and damp and wet. It took 36 to 48 hours for beans and some other things to sprout. This was about right. Cucumbers, what else I have? Cucumbers and okra. They all sprouted real quick. So I'm assuming carrots will be the same. I have no idea. And the carrots are easier to plant once you get them out of the package, because if you plant them straight out of the package, you know, dig a little trench for them. They come out of the package so fast, they usually put 10 times more in the row than you need. Where if I get some that are sprouting, I'll just place them where I want them at, about an inch and a half apart. And then I'll separate each row by 6 inches or so. And I should be able to get a lot of carrots in here. I'll do half of the one variety and half the other variety. You see, even though I got this is real old dirt. This dirt here is over 10 years old that we made in our triangle things. Keyhole garden, that's the right word. And it's still mostly clay, but it's got a lot of other, you know, material mixed in with it, leaves and grass and whatever. But this is still mostly clay. You can see the water's already puddling on it. And this last layer is about 6 inches deep. So I had maybe 4 inches below that. So that's 8 to 10 inches of soil. That should be more than enough to grow carrots and grow them well. Plus it's got a lot of cow manure in it. I think my only problem is going to be the sun. I think it's going to be too much sun here, even though carrots like the sun. I think I'm going to rig up something with our friend Chris gave us some shade cloth. I'm going to rig up something here, maybe this whole half of the garden if I get a chance, to be the new garden for the next dry season. We'll have shade and we'll get the soil all prepared. Yeah, see, it's cooling up pretty good now. I'll hold myself down a little bit on it. 1 o'clock, high heat. It's over 100 degrees here in the sun, easily. Everybody looks at the news and they say 85, that's great temperature all day, all night. 84, 85 degrees. Well, the only time I've ever seen 84 is in a time when there's been no sun for 3 or 4 days, rain and wind. Once we saw 78, that's pretty low. People here were freaking out, they're wearing winter coats and stuff. But in the sun, it's well over 105, 110 degrees. The house right now, it's only 1 o'clock, so the house is probably about 99 degrees would be my guess. We can go look at that, but I bet money on it. Feels cold. Coming right out of the well. That's another funny thing I told you before is the well water is 85 to 87, 88 degrees too. Feels cold because obviously it's lower than my body temperature. Nothing like a well back home, 54, 56 degrees. That feels good on the neck. If you ever want to cool down fast, I've worked in greenhouses, the railroad, construction jobs, all kinds of things in my life. When you get all hot, the fastest way to cool down is to pour water where you have veins at, like across your wrist. I used to go to the water cooler on the railroad. I'd pour straight ice water out of my veins here on both sides, and then take a towel and wrap it around my neck. There's lots of veins, and that would help cool your blood, like kind of like a radiator or something, opposite a radiator. But I've only got sunstroke once. That was on the railroad where I was working really hard. About 11 o'clock, 120 degree heat. I stopped sweating. Just completely stopped sweating. I felt fine, but I was completely dry. I told the foreman, he's like, man, take a couple salt pills and sit down. And I was worthless the rest of the day. I couldn't even do anything. And they took me to my room. I was the truck driver. They took me to the room, and when I didn't show up, they came to my room, knocked on my door. I didn't answer it because I didn't hear it. I didn't wake up until around 5 o'clock the next day, and I went over to the railroad yard to talk to the foreman and my buddies. They said I was completely unconscious. And he's like, yeah, you got real heat stroke that time. And I was shot for, I would say I was shot for a week after that. But they say that'll kill you if you're not careful. And here I don't have any salt pills. I eat a lot of salt with my food. But right now I'm on a 72-hour to 7-day fast, shooting for, I'm at 40, just past 48 hours a few minutes ago. I'm not hungry at all. I noticed my pee's a little yellow though. That's not good. That means you're slightly dehydrated. I've been drinking a lot of water. I drink as much water as I can take with, no food in my stomach. I did buy some electrolytes for babies and people that are super dehydrated. You mix that in with your water. I thought I'd make a glass of that and then take just a couple spoonfuls of it and put it with my water. I'm drinking my ice water during the day just to keep my electrolytes up. You never know. Again, I've never had any. I've got on the 72-hour fast every 3 months for a couple years now, and I've never had any problem with being dehydrated. The only problem I ever have is getting off the fast, because your body's all full of poop and crap like that that's been sitting there for 3 days or more, and you're like beyond constipated. Today I bought something different in town. I'm right at 48 hours, and I bought some laxative that comes in a pouch that you mix up with water, and the pharmacist lady told me you take it 3 times a day until you start flowing. And I thought I'd just try one. I'll probably try it around 5 o'clock so, and see if it gets stuff flowing through me. I thought it'd be really nice if I could clean my intestines out a little bit, so when I go back on, I can eat some rice and some soup or something, and it'll start flowing right through me. The last one I did, I went 84 hours, and because I hit 72 while I was sleeping, so I kept on going. I went to the next meal, and the next day I broke my fast with a hamburger from McDonald's, order homemade French fries, and a plate of rice. And that's the opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to eat gruel or something, broth, I don't know. I just ate solid food. I had no problem whatsoever with it. But, man, the sun's pounding now, let me tell you. But this is pretty wet here. I'll probably come out maybe 2 more times today and just give it a nice little light watering. And then I'll mix see there's 2 layers of dirt there, then I'll mix it up with a shovel, make sure it's all nice and damp. Then I'll smooth it off, make little rows for the carrot seeds, and hopefully tomorrow my seeds will be ready to put in, or it might be the next day, I don't know. But I kind of want them to sprout, because that'll almost guarantee you 90% growth or more. You still lose some here and there. The ants find them, the ants will eat them. But I've grown some wonderful carrots back home. I got one picture, I'll put it on the video here, of a harvest one day, and it was enough that carrots covered the whole outside of my 12-foot canoe. Sold those at the market the next day. I had one tomato that year. That was the year 2004 before I came here. I didn't get here until about October. And for my final stay, I had one tomato that was so big that I had to take it to the post office to weigh it. The postal guy said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just got a tomato here, man. Look at the size of this thing. How much does it weigh?" And they weighed it at 1 kilo, 2.2 pounds. Great big beefsteak one. My roommate said it was delicious. She had a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich instantly as soon as we got home. Alright, I'll let you guys go. I'll come back here. I'll make this the video here, and then I'll come back with another video of me planting and stuff. This other video here is going to be so long already. Oh, I'm stumbling around now like a drunk sailor, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Oh my goodness. I'm soaked just like I took a shower. I did, but this is how I usually am after an hour, hour and a half of work here. Just completely soaked right to the bone. Alright, I'll see you guys later. I gotta get some ice water.
Thanks for watching. Take care.